Fastest line hurdle she's ever run. Spent a lot of time by myself in high school. I didn't want to get like involved in the wrong crowd. Everybody else was at parties. I was at home painting my walls and writing poems. And so this was just a book that I had. And some of this stuff I look back, I'm like, what in the world was I going through? FloJo. That was my idol growing up. Oh, that's yeah. That was in a really bad place. It just all gets dark here. So I suffered from bulimia, which started in high school. I was always considered like the bigger girl. In track, I was always very muscular, just naturally muscular. And I was running fast, and then I just kind of just plateaued. The next thing I could think of was like, okay, all my coaches talk about my weight. Let me lose weight. I got so obsessed, so I started throwing my food up. No one knew. Like my parents didn't even know I hid it. I was throwing my food up all the time, every night. And I lost weight. I ran faster. But I got hurt and actually ended up not being able to compete my senior year in high school. But I already had my scholarship, thank God. I got a full scholarship to the University of South Carolina. I think I had a little bit too much fun. Started partying, started eating. My coach at the time was just so harsh. He would always say, go back to the girl you were in high school. That girl in high school was unhealthy. But okay, if that's what it takes, being 18, 19, that's what it takes, okay. So I went back to throwing up my food. I had BD, binge eating disorder, because then I became so obsessed with food, and then I would hide and I would just be eating because I'm upset, and I'm just eating my feelings away, and I became so obsessed with food that I just wanted to eat everything to the point where it just made me sick. And it's embarrassing when you think about it, but it's a mental disorder that you have, and you have to face it. And when track is your identity and you're running slow, you're just like, well, nobody wants to be friends with the slow girl, so you think that nobody wants to be your friend. It was in this 18-year-old immature mind can't handle all of this, and you think this is the end of the world, and that's what it felt like to me in that moment. I was at a very, very, very dark moment. I went to try to go talk to somebody about it to work through it all, and they put me on medication. I ended up leaving that college and transferring to another college to try to start over again instead of facing my issues and thinking I'm just going to run away from it. I stopped the medication, and you can't do that. You have to wean yourself off of it. So when I stopped, everything came crashing back down. I got very, very, very depressed, and I didn't know why. I didn't know what was happening. I was like, I just don't want to be here anymore. So I tried to not be here anymore. I ended up in a psychiatric hospital. I remember being in this room, and it was a lady on the side of me that was screaming all night long. My parents are visiting me. They're just in complete shock because they had no idea what was going on. And now I feel bad because I feel like, oh God, they know that they think I'm crazy, and I feel like a failure. And so that was the moment when I was like, I need to go home. I can't keep running from college to college, and I have to face this. I was able to sit there and talk to my parents and know that I have their support. That was like the moment for me where I felt very safe, and I felt like, okay, it's going to get better. It wasn't better at that moment, but I felt like it's going to get better.